shock in voting against Obamacare repeal. The stunned Ohio crowd stayed silent when the president said he gave McCain the kind of funeral that he wanted.
Which as president, I had to approve. I don't care about this. I didn't get thank you. That's okay.
S&P futures are down a point. This is CBS News.
You have enough things to worry about every day. Insurance shouldn't be one of them. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Easy to clean laminate floors make spring cleaning a breeze. At Lumber Liquidators, make it even easier with our best price guarantee. Right now, get our best-selling wood look laminate floors on sale up to 33% off. You can even get water-resistant laminate starting at just $1.99. Or easy to clean waterproof flooring up to 20% off. And let our professional installation contractors do the work for you. Special financing makes it easy to start your project today. Visit lumberliquidators.com for a store near you.
Let's have a chat about your debit card, the card you use for the things you buy every day. What if you could get cash back every time you bought those things? Well, now you can. Introducing Discover Cashback Debit. Just open a Discover bank account and start earning 1% cash back on up to $3,000 in debit card purchases every month, automatically. Plus, there are no monthly fees or minimum balances. Now you can get cash back on the way you like to pay. Open a Discover bank account and get the debit card with cash back. Go to discoverbank.com/debit. Limitations apply. Excludes money market accounts. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Compared to a 16-year-old Dallas girl, we're all underachievers, and that's because she's headed to law school. Here's KRLD Radio's Kelly Weiss.
Haley Taylor Schlitz will head to SMU's Dedman School of Law this fall. She was actually accepted by 9 law schools.
I graduated homeschool high school at 13.
She graduates from Texas Women's University in May.
I'm so excited. I love the attention, and it's such an honor.
When asked about running for president someday...
Maybe eventually. That's always been something that I've been, thinking about.
Kelly Weiss for CBS News, Dallas.
A New Jersey man who set up his neighbor's Wi-Fi system has admitted that he used it to download and distribute child pornography in his own home. Investigators found hundreds of files on his computer and other devices when they raided his house. Now he faces 10 years in prison when he's sentenced in June. I'm Peter King, CBS News.
Hey, Mike, how's the house coming along?
Needs a ton of work. The pipes are leaking. Needs a new roof. The AC just broke. I just don't have time to do it all myself. You know anyone?
Oh, just ask Home Advisor. They match you with the best local pros for any home project.
Cool.
Yeah, you can read reviews and book appointments online.
What's it cost?
Actually, Home Advisor is always free to use.
Nice. I'll check it out.
Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app.
Home Advisor. This tax tip presented by MC Preferred Tax Services. Are you overwhelmed and worried about filing your taxes in time for the April 15th deadline? Tax Form 4868 will give you an automatic 6-month extension, which can help you avoid penalties or fees. Do you owe more than $10,000 in taxes to the IRS? There are programs that can reduce or eliminate your debt now. Call MC Preferred Tax Services at 800-680-8090. 800-680-8090.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
Nursing is one of the most rewarding careers because nurses save lives every day. TJ Regional Health is looking for nurses who like to make a difference each and every day. Come and be a part of the future at TJ Regional Health by joining our amazing nursing staff today. We offer sign-on bonuses, student debt relief, flexible schedules, and a great retirement plan. For more information, call the Human Resources Department at TJ Sampson Community Hospital or go online, tjsampson.org.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning. It's 45 degrees at 6 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour here at WCLU. As we get the live and local morning show on the air, we'll check in with Ray Stajic and see where we're going with this rain here just in a moment. But first, let's talk about our early morning birthdays from a lot of folks. We had a lot called in here overnight on the website here at WCLUradio.com. So let's just roll. How about welcoming to the double digits Landon Hensley. Landon Hensley is 10 today. Casey Toms Parker has a birthday. That's Casey Toms Parker. Gina Turner Jayla Escamilla, my goodness, Miss Jayla Escamilla is 6 today. Caden Richardson is 9. Terry Murray, Terry at 6:30. We can't hold back anymore. We're going to sound the 60 gong for you this morning, madam. Michael McGuire has a birthday. Ruth Ann Sexton. Steve Richardson celebrates. And Jerry Mays has a birthday. Out of the chute, we got a lot of good folk on the birthday anniversary club here at WCLU. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Online here at WCLUradio.com. We'll take care of business this morning for sure. Ray Stajic says, let's get ready to, maybe have a few rain showers, but nothing that's going to be a big problem. It doesn't look like, Ray.
Plenty of cloud cover, but really not much in terms of rain as we head through today. And once we get past today, looks like we won't have rain in the forecast again until maybe Sunday afternoon as high pressure will settle on in. So all in all, over the next, 5 days or so, that's going to give us probably through Sunday, not too bad. This morning we've got clouds in, a little light rain, some breaks of sun this afternoon. 53, a little west-northwesterly breeze. Overnight tonight we'll clear it out, a little colder, 34. Sunny tomorrow, 57. And then in the upper 20s tomorrow night. Saturday, sunshine in the mid-50s. The next chance of rain starting to get in here on Sunday afternoon. A few showers, highs, low 60s, and a chance of rain on Monday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let me look at the constant coverage and studio radar screen in front of me. We have some shower activity down in, on the Kentucky-Tennessee line, about down south of Tompkinsville, going in all the way down to about Cookeville, Tennessee. That's what we see right now. We don't see a great big amount of problems anywhere else, but just right in that little clump right there. We could have a few sprinkles from a light shower that's on the Barron-Warren County line this morning. But doesn't look like that's going to add up to much either. We haven't been able to trip the rain gauge as of yet. Barometer is at 30.03, 92% humidity. Southwest winds at a couple of miles an hour. And we have Brendan Crane in the newsroom, and he'll check local news straight ahead.
In retirement, where will your money come from? For many people, retirement income may come from a variety of sources. Here's a few avenues that may provide you money in retirement. Social Security is the government-administered retirement income program. Workers become eligible after paying Social Security taxes for 10 years. Personal savings and investments can provide income during retirement. Retirees tend to look for investments that offer monthly income. Individual retirement accounts have been around since 1974. Contributions you make to a traditional IRA may be fully or partially tax deductible, depending on your individual circumstances. Distributions from an individual retirement account are taxed as ordinary income. What workers anticipate in terms of retirement income sources may differ considerably from what retirees actually experience. How do these sources of income impact your personal retirement? Please call the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson, or Brian Basinger to discuss your retirement income plan. Call us today at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hilliard, WL Alliance LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. Police have arrested a Glasgow man following a pursuit on Monday. The Glasgow Police Department responded to Little Work Acres Trailer Park in reference to subject beating on a door with a gun. Upon arrival, a male subject had left the scene in a white Chevy Cobalt. Officer Wesley Hicks located a vehicle matching the description on Columbia Avenue, traveling in the middle of the roadway at a high rate of speed. Hicks attempted to stop the vehicle. However, the vehicle failed to stop and reached speeds more than 120 miles per hour. The pursuit ended in Metcalf County at the Node Road and Seven Springs Church Road intersection, where the vehicle collided with a state right-of-way sign. The driver fled on foot but was later apprehended. Tony Paul Harper Jr., 26, of Glasgow, was arrested and charged with speeding 26 miles per hour or greater speed limit, reckless driving, disregarding a stop sign, improperly driving on the left side of the road, failure to or improper signal, improper passing, first-degree fleeing or evading police in a motor vehicle, second-degree fleeing or evading police on foot, leaving the scene of an accident, failure to render aid or assistance, first-degree unlawful imprisonment, first-degree wanton endangerment of a police officer, fourth-degree assault, domestic, operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol, drugs, etc., aggravated circumstance, and third-degree criminal mischief. Officer Wesley Hicks made the arrest, assisted by the Kentucky State Police, Barron County Sheriff's Department, and Metcalfe County Sheriff's Department. Warren County authorities are asking for the public's help in locating 2 suspects after an early morning shooting yesterday. The Warren County Sheriff's Office responded to 944 Whites Chapel Road after a call came in regarding a complaint of shots fired at a residence at approximately 8 yesterday morning. Dispatch was advised by a victim that 2 black males came to the location and fired possibly 4 gunshots at his residence. Through the investigation, it was discovered that the suspects had fired shots from an unknown make and model firearm, striking the residence. While deputies were en route to the scene, dispatch was advised that the subjects had left the area in a 1999 blue-tan Mercury van. The 2 suspects should be considered armed and dangerous. If you see these subjects, police advise to the public to call local law enforcement and to not approach these subjects. According to this morning's 911 report, an accident with injury occurred at 2:26 yesterday afternoon. The accident occurred in the 10,000th block of New Bowling Green Road. Medivac assisted on the scene along with Barron Metcalfe EMS, Park City Volunteer Fire Department, South Barron Volunteer Fire Department, and Barron County Sheriff's Office. It's 6:14, 45 degrees here at WCLU. We'll be right back for more news.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry. I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
U.S. Bank encourages you to think outside the square. U.S. Bank in Glasgow offers multiple solutions to take credit card payments from your phone or tablet. Yes, U.S. Bank can take your small business mobile. Call Irvin Sorrell at 659-3200 in Glasgow or Wes Mauser at 651-2106 or in Cave City, call Cheryl Davidson at 773-3112. Whether you're selling produce at the farmer's market or finalizing a construction project, U.S. Bank has a payment solution for you with 24/7 customer service. So think outside the square for your small business. It's all of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC.
Barron County Schools open enrollment is set for Thursday, March 21st from 12 to 6 at each location. Hi, I'm Easton Frazier. As a Trojan, Barron County Schools has helped me begin to unlock my keys to success by building teamwork through sports and other extracurricular activities. Join us and unlock your keys for success by enrolling March 21st. We are BC.
In more local news, a Kentucky man has been arrested for sexual assaulting a 14-year-old and recording the crime on a cell phone. Charles Spurlock III, 20, was charged with first-degree rape and burglary after authorities seized electronic devices from his home last week. Kentucky State Police and Marion County authorities assisted the Taylor County Sheriff's Office in the arrest, according to a Taylor County Sheriff's Office news release. Spurlock is accused of breaking into a Campbellsville home earlier this week and sexually assaulting the girl. Investigators said he used a cell phone to record the act, the release said. He has pleaded not guilty to charges of first-degree rape, second-degree burglary, and use of a minor under 16 in a sex performance, according to online court records. Spurlock is also accused of violating terms of his probation after he was convicted in 2018 of sexual misconduct and sodomy in Marion County, court records show. Spurlock is lodged in the Taylor County Detention Center and being held on a $1 million bond. For the second time in days, a new Kentucky law imposing more restrictions on abortion has been temporarily halted by a federal judge. U.S. District Judge David J. Hell on Wednesday issued an order temporarily blocking a measure to ban abortion for women seeking to end their pregnancies because of the gender, race, or disability of the fetus. Kentucky's Republican Governor Matt Bevins signed the bill Tuesday. Bevins' office did not immediately respond to an email seeking comment. Last week, the judge temporarily blocked another new Kentucky law that would mostly ban abortions in the state once a fetal heartbeat is detected. A fetal heartbeat can be detected as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy. The American Civil Liberties Union sued to block both measures passed by Kentucky's GOP-dominated legislature. Drivers who use the William H. Natcher Parkway in western Kentucky will notice changes as the highway is upgraded to interstate highway standards. Signs have been going up with familiar red, white, and blue shield designating the route as I-165 between its southern terminus at I-65 and its northern end at the Wendell Ford Expressway, US 60 231 at the Audubon Parkway in Owensboro. Speaking of signs, highway crews are replacing the exit signs as the exit numbering system is being changed. Since the southern terminus is the parent interstate I-65 and not Scottsville Road, some 2 miles to the south, the exit and mile marker numbers along I-165 will be lowered accordingly. While the I-65 interchange will become exit 1, south of there the highway will be known as Kentucky 9007, with the Plano Road Kentucky 622 interchange becoming exit 0. This means that the northern end will change from exit 72 to exit 70. See the accompanying map for the exit number change along the route. He expects that when the parkway opened in 1972, it was called the Green River Parkway. It was renamed in 1994 following the death of William H. Natcher, who represented the 2nd District of Kentucky for 3 decades. Natcher is best known for his record-setting string of 18,401 roll call votes, even being wheeled in on a hospital gurney to vote shortly before his death. And Lifeway Christian Resources is charting a new course in 2019, marking a shift to a digital retail strategy. As part of the transition, Lifeway will close its 170 brick-and-mortar stores in 2019. The timing of store closings will vary depending on local circumstances. Lifeway expects all brick-and-mortar stores to close by the end of the year. The number of affected employees was not released Wednesday. In operation since 1891, Lifeway offers a comprehensive selection of Bible books, scripture reference tools, Bible studies, children's products, Christian music and movies, gifts, and church supplies. As part of the organization's strategy, Lifeway has introduced a number of digital resources, including online Bible studies, worship planning, live streaming of events, and online training opportunities. More information about store closings is available at lifeway.com/store FAQS or contact the call center at 1-800-458-2772. It's 6:20, 45 degrees here at WCLU. I'm Brennan Crane.
It's been another great week to be a Scotty. Congratulations to the GHS academic team for a great performance at the KAAC Governor's Cup State Championship this weekend. The team finished in overall 6th place, which is our highest finish to date. The quick recall team, led by seniors Mason Reed, Daniel Dill, and Parker Bannister, finished 3rd overall, while Scout Oliver, Parker Bannister, and Daniel Dill all earned points for the team by finishing in the top 10. Way to go, Scotties! Seniors, 3 big scholarships are due Friday: the Bobby Driver Memorial, the Mary Davis Honors, and the Lee Smith Honors. Also, the Whiteside Memorial Scholarship application arrived today. In addition, the Terry Flatt Memorial Scholarship is now open to any student, not just education majors. Seniors, turn in your yearbook quote to Miss Tal by this week. Any student interested in being a peer buddy for the Special Olympics this year needs to email Mrs. Kossel or Miss Hutchinson by the end of this week. Special Olympics is April 27th at Warren Central High School. Don't miss out on the fun. This has been McKay Bowles for this week's Scotty Report. Shine on, Scotties, and stay true to the blue.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chatzman. Governor Bevins says he deliberately exposed his children to chickenpox so they could catch the highly contagious disease and become immune. Bevin telling WKCT Radio on Tuesday.
And I went and made sure every one of my kids was exposed to it, and they got it. They had it as children. They were miserable for a few days, and they all turned out fine.
The governor said parents worried about chickenpox should have their children vaccinated, but he said government should not mandate the vaccination. The Scott County Sheriff's Office says Deputy Jamie Morales was shot by a law enforcement weapon. Morales was paralyzed after being shot during a standoff at an I-75 rest stop in September of last year. Deputies were assisting federal agents in finding a fugitive from Florida who raised his weapon and aimed it at officers, leading them to fire on him. Investigators could not determine which weapon fired the round that hit Morales. The newborn daughter of a woman who was shot and killed only days ago has died. Officials say 4-day-old Amelia Johnson died Tuesday evening as a result of a lack of oxygen and blood in the brain.
Her mother, 29-year-old Jerry Johnson, died Saturday. State police say her boyfriend took her to the hospital in Corbin after she had been shot. The baby was delivered and then taken to UK hospital where she died overnight. State police continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding the mother's death.
WKYT's Bill Bryant reporting. And the Murray State Racers are preparing for their NCAA tournament first-round matchup with Marquette. For the first time in 20 years, Murray State has made back-to-back appearances in the tournament. Star player John Morant.
This was our goal since June when we first stepped on campus with the team we have now, and we put a lot of time and hard work into this, and just to hang another banner feels good.
Tip-off is set for 4:30 this afternoon in Hartford, Connecticut. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay, make payments directly from your smartphone, and People Pay, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet to learn more at ctbi.com. That's ctbi.com.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Staying safe on the road is everyone's responsibility, for motorists and motorcyclists alike. Drivers, look out for motorcycles. They can be difficult to see, and bikers, do your part in staying visible. Motorcyclists have the same rights as every other motor vehicle. That's somebody's family member or friend. So drivers, give motorcycles the full lane. No sharing. Check your mirrors and blind spots often, and keep a safe following distance. Share the road, not the lane. Bikers' lives depend on it. Paid for.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one, or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
This is WCLU Local News, and it's 6:25, 45 degrees. In-area funeral announcements at this hour. Jeffrey Dubree, age 56, of Summershade, died yesterday. At this hour, arrangements for Jeffrey Dubree are incomplete. Will be announced later by the McMurtry Funeral Home. Andrew F. Bowles, age 76, of Glasgow, died Wednesday at his home. Arrangements for Andrew F. Bowles are incomplete at this hour, but under the direction of the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Dorothy E. Perkins, age 79, of Smiths Grove, died Tuesday at Monroe County Medical Center. She was a member of the Mount Pisgah Missionary Baptist Church. Dorothy was a housewife and spoiled everyone that came through her door. She is survived by a son, Darrell Perkins of Smiths Grove, a daughter, Rita Felkins of Glasgow, granddaughter, Shauna Felkins of Lexington, a grandson, Cameron Felkins of Glasgow, one brother, Jesse Bray of Manchester, Tennessee, two sisters-in-law, Linda Lyons Bray of Glasgow and Robbie Joe Perkins of Washington State. The funeral service for Dorothy E. Perkins will be at 11 o'clock Friday morning at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins after 1 p.m. today. Mervyn Lee Dyer, age 75, of Burkesville, died Tuesday at his residence. He attended Dutch Creek Church of the Lord Jesus Christ, was a U.S. Army veteran, and a truck driver for Latham Trucking. He is survived by a son, Dougie Dyer of Burkesville, siblings Larry Dyer of Burkesville, Donnie Dyer of Columbia, Nancy Gross of Burkesville, Sandra K. Spears, and Roger Dyer, both of Breeding. A granddaughter, Adrian Nicole Dyer, a great-grandson, Christopher Allen Young, and special friend, Edgar Vega, all of Burkesville. Funeral service for Mervyn Lee Dyer will be Friday at 2 at Memory Chapel of Norris New Funeral Home. Burial in the Perkins Cemetery in Cumberland County. Visitation begins today at 3 p.m. Service for Tina Lynn Barron, age 50, of Glasgow, will be at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial is to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will begin Friday morning at 10 o'clock. The family requests memorial contributions to Tina's sons, Sage and Jesse Carver, for their benefit. Memorials can be left at the funeral home or given to the family. Funeral services for Betty Whitty Kane Scott, age 83, of Tompkinsville, will be today at 1 o'clock at Strode Funeral Home in Tompkinsville. Burial to follow in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Barron here at Parish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parish Carpet.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them...
Games yesterday afternoon, it was Bardstown over Hart County, a final of 9-2, and Greene County down Metcalfe County 10-0. The Glasgow baseball team plays its home opener this afternoon at Sam Royce Field against Grayson County. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune will have the broadcast of today's game at 5:25 on WCLU 103.1 FM and 1490 AM and online at playwclu.com. The first pitch set for 5:30 this afternoon. Other baseball action this afternoon, Barron County hosts Ohio County. Allen County Scottsville goes to Metcalfe County, and Hart County welcomes Edmondson County. In softball, Glasgow visits Metcalfe County. Barron County entertains Taylor County. Allen County Scottsville is at home against Logan County. Gavarna plays at Hart County, and Edmondson County hosts Cumberland County. That's a check of sports. So,
who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Now's the time to experience the beauty of the Stonebrook bedroom suite from Ford's Furniture. The group features a queen-sized arched panel bed, 7-drawer dresser with landscape mirror and nightstand in an antique gray finish. On sale for only $16.14. Now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow.
Did you know Ford's Furniture offers power assist lift chairs? We have a great selection available in a variety of colors and fabrics from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, Outpatient Services Center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care Monday through Friday with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
ready to get you going. That's Sampson Street in Glasgow. Southern States, farmer-owned since 1923.
Plenty of cloud cover, but really not much in terms of rain as we head through today. And once we get past today, looks like we won't have rain in the forecast again until maybe Sunday afternoon as high pressure will settle on in. So all in all, over the next, 5 days or so, that's going to give us probably through Sunday, not too bad. This morning we've got clouds in, a little light rain, some breaks of sun this afternoon. 53, a little west-northwesterly breeze. Overnight tonight we'll clear it out, a little colder, 34. Sunny tomorrow, 57. And then in the upper 20s tomorrow night. Saturday, sunshine in the mid-50s. The next chance of rain starting to get in here on Sunday afternoon. A few showers, highs, lows, 60s. And a chance of rain on Monday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. I'm looking at the constant coverage in studio radar screen. The eastern half of Barron County has some light showers, really from about Glasgow on east over toward the Metcalfe County line this morning. There's some light shower activity. Some of that might not be reaching the ground as light as it is, but you could, have some sprinkles underneath the clouds that you're driving under this morning. So be aware of that. I'll tell you, there's not much that's going to be coming on the backside. There's a little bit of shower activity down in Allen County this morning, but it's all very, very light at this particular time. Barometer's at 30.03. Humidity is at 92%. Southwest winds at only a couple of miles an hour. We haven't had a tick on the rain gauge as of yet, but it's a little damp outside. I'm looking on the roof cam out there, and just a few little sprinkles out on West Main Street in Glasgow this morning. And it's 45 degrees. This weather update brought to you as a service of your friends located at Southern States Glasgow Cooperative. It is 6:33. Let me reach over here and say good morning to some folks who have been watching us here on Facebook Live. What did I do with all of those folks right there? Well, we've got like Donita Brewington Runyon, who is tuned in today, and Donita has been designated as a top fan. Well, we're really honored to have somebody like Donita as our top fan located here on Facebook Live. In Clarkson, Kentucky, up in Grayson County, Wanda Settle is watching us live on Facebook Live this morning. Hey, Wanda, how's things up there in beautiful Grayson County? Virginia, Jenny Lynn Geary Riggs is tuned in. Sharon Peterson is tuned in this morning. Roberta Houchin, how are you? Glad to have you here this morning. WCLU 634.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lining up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
And when you hear about Ralphie's Fun Center, there's lots of fun things going on out there. Next birthday party, next get-together, next family reunion. You know who can handle it? Ralphie's Fun Center. That's who, for sure. We got birthdays to tell you about, and I'm going to start off here. I want to sound this 60 gong right here. Let me rear back. That is the big 60 gong for a very special gal, Miss Terry Murray. Terry Murray is turning 60 today. Congratulations. I think we patted her on the back yesterday to make sure we had plenty of time to welcome her into the 60s. We also have today Jerry Mays, who has a birthday. It is the birthday of Steve Richardson, Ruth Ann Sexton, Michael McGuire. It's also Caden Richardson, who is turning 9 today. Hi, Caden. We've got Jayla Escamilla. Now, let me tell you about Jayla Escamilla today. Believe it or not, Jayla is up to 6 years of age. Happy 6th birthday to Jayla Escamilla. And that is the big special wish here from Pa and Cece. So thanks to Pa and Cece for letting us know about Jayla's birthday today. It's also Gina Turner having a birthday. Landon Hensley is 10 today. Casey Toms Parker has a birthday. Donald Ford celebrating a birthday today, too. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, we're here for you at WCLUradio.com. Now, our person of the day today is a requested person of the day, Michael McGuire. It's Michael McGuire Day here on the radio. And if you happen to see Michael McGuire around town today, you pat him on the back It's his birthday. As a special nomination, I'll read from the nomination form here that was submitted at WCLUradio.com. Michael is one of the most caring persons and co-workers you could ask for. He's willing to help others in time of need, and he's always a good listener. Wow, that's a wonderful thing to be said about you. And that is Michael McGuire we're talking about. That was signed his co-workers, Sandra, Brian, Matt, Chuck, and Eddie. And I know they're going to all enjoy wishing Michael McGuire a happy birthday today, and I hope you can too. If you see Michael around, you pat him on the back and tell him he's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. Poised to bring you the archives next.
If you love auctions, this one's going to be a fun one. Elmore Realty and Auction is selling the building and contents at Mr. Joe's Barbershop on Columbia Avenue in Glasgow. At 10 o'clock Saturday morning, this 2,329 square foot building will be auctioned, featuring a big reception area, 3 barber booths and 4 beauty booths, drying and manicure rooms, dual restrooms, office, rear parking lot, upstairs as an apartment, and also selling storage cabinets, shelves, and tables, a Maytag washer, Whirlpool dryer, GE refrigerator, as well as barber's chairs and carts and supplies, hair dryers and wigs, and many other related items. Even a Suntana tanning bed, electronic cash register, wingback chairs, chests, and many items too numerous to mention. For the full brochure and additional information, go online at ElmoreAuction.com. We'll see you Saturday morning at Mr. Joe's Barbershop, 306 Columbia Avenue, Glasgow. Sold by Elmore Realty and Auction. Dakota Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer.
Coming up tomorrow, it's a basic computer class at 10 o'clock at the Mary Wood Weldon Library. Learn how to start and shut down a computer. You know, you always have to think, what button do I push? Is this the way I do this one? Well, that's the basics for sure. They're going to be teaching that at the library tomorrow at 10 o'clock. You can create, save, and open a file, create a folder, rename files and folders, sign up at the library, but it's at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we do want to encourage you to be involved in that event. We like to pause through the morning rush and think about things that got us where we are. It's called the archives. It's fascinating to learn about a lot of these things that happened around here. And Sam Terry is going to provide all the color commentary that you would ever want about these items. And we're going to join him after we hear this word from our sponsors of the archives, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Well, Sam Terry is up and running today, and this is the warmest day we've had in a few days. Sam, how you doing?
Doing very well. It's nice to see that spring is finally here, and might even feel like it a little bit.
You didn't even have to split a log today, did you?
Not this morning.
Well, we got 100 years worth of stuff that has made its mark on our community, and I'm glad you're going to go with us as we share these things. You know, you think about how simple it was back 100 years ago, like in 1919, no crime, anything like that. Well, the lead story in the Glasgow Republican 100 years ago today, Sam, headline, Buggy Stolen. Saturday evening about 8 or 9, Mr. Lyon Hutcherson hitched his horse and buggy in front of the Purity and went to the barber shop. Returning later, his horse and buggy were gone. Sunday night, the horse and buggy were found near the government building, loose. The horse, or perhaps more correctly the mare, had been driven hard and was exhausted. The buggy all muddied up. In the rear of the buggy was a bunch of millet hay with open spaces where bottles had been standing. The affair was no longer a mystery except as to who the guilty party was. The The horse had been driven through red clay mud and to where moonshine was found and brought back a load. That's some well. First of all, here's some things. 8 or 9 o'clock on Saturday night, you're down at the barber shop.
That is kind of interesting.
Well, I mean, he's probably getting ready to, want to be looking his best to go to church on Sunday morning, so they had those Saturday night barber shop appointments. And anyway, when he came back out, the horse was gone, but the horse and the buggy had been apparently taken way back somewhere where they got moonshine and put it in there with some hay to keep it from clanging the bottles. So that was a villainous sort of a piece of crime from back in 1919. It sounds like you could get caught doing that,
It sounds like it, and of course that would be Mr. Lyon Hutcherson Sr.
Senior, right.
Father of the present day Lyon Jr.
Yes. Probably he probably knows more about that story, you think? Maybe
there's probably a rest of the story somewhere.
Yeah, and I bet you of course it says here it's no longer a mystery except to who did it, which is, to me, that's the whole mystery. But maybe they got to the bottom of it a little bit later on. We'll see. If I see Lyon out, I'll have to ask him about that, Sam. All right, let's go to the Trigg Theater in 1929. We got a picture of the Trigg. If Brennan, you want to bring that up right there? Look at that big Trigg Theater right there. First of all, let's say this. This day in 1929, Uncle Tom's Cabin is coming to the Trigg Theater for a 2-day showing, March the 18th and 19th. This production will go down in screen history as the greatest picture of all time. For entertainment, reaction, production value, perfection of cast and direction, and historical correctness, Uncle Tom's Cabin more than realizes the high anticipation of its first showing. Well, whoever wrote that was certainly sure of the success of Uncle Tom's Cabin. Sam, I want you to comment, though, because you made a comment earlier this week about the Trigg Theater. And right in downtown Glasgow this week, they've been working on removing part of what you're seeing in this picture here on the EPB Channel 6 and Facebook Live. I guess it's the facade of what was at one time the Trigg Theater.
That's correct, Henry. And in the 1930s, post-Depression, Bruce Aspley remodeled the front facade of the theater with that art glass, Art Deco style front, and Mr. Brian Pack, attorney who owns that building and practices there along with other attorneys and businesses upstairs, had the misfortune of discovering that some of those glass tiles had fallen. And after assessing the entire front of the building, they found that there were many loose tiles, and needless to say, falling glass is not a very good thing in a downtown where people are walking by, and so as a precautionary measure for the moment, they have carefully removed all of that until they determine exactly what to do next.
Well, now, what do you think the age of that tile installation was or is?
It would have been late 1930s.
Okay, so it's the adhesive has held a long time, or whatever was holding it on
very
there.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine you could. It probably wasn't attached all that well, other than the glue, I guess.
And but certainly one of our iconic historic structures on the north side of the square, and something that is a very fond scene for so many of us who have enjoyed living in Glasgow.
Yes, indeed, and that's kind of neat. I like the picture that you provided us showing the heyday of the Trigg Theater. Everybody parked out in front, and you can imagine what it would be like if a piece of that glass facade fell off. It would be dangerous. So I think hats off to Brian Pack for thinking ahead. All right, let's go to 1939, Sam. Listen to this story. This is like, this is the old hee-haw, gloom, despair, and agony on me story. One of the most fitful turns of fate was handed out to Mr. Glenn Kidd of Center, Kentucky, Sunday morning, following the early morning twister that caused a near panic in several communities. Now get this, Mr. Kidd's house was struck by the storm and was badly damaged. After surveying his losses, he got on his horse and struck out to see what damage some of his neighbors had sustained. Sounds like a nice neighbor fella. Well, guess what? The horse became frightened and ran away, throwing Mr. Kidd, with the result that he sustained a broken arm and other injuries which necessitated his removal to the community hospital. And the end of the story, as I always like to end it with a happy ending, says here, he is getting along nicely, according to reports. I hope he's getting along nicely, because it sure hadn't been going his way.
Well, I don't know that it could have gotten much worse.
All right. But you think about that. What a good neighbor. This is what I got, but I wonder if some of my friends and neighbors had it worse. So he went, and the horse got scared and ran away and threw him and broke his arm, and he had to go to the hospital. 1939. It would take a while to recover from that. Certainly, just from the trauma of all these bad things coming at you sideways. Sam, 1939, from up in Center, Kentucky. 1949, we got a little birth announcement here. Mr. and Ms. Harry Depp. That's Mr. and Ms. Harry Depp of Owensboro announced the birth of a son, Robert Richard, born on the birthday of his grandmother, Mrs. Roy Grinstead of Glasgow, and he was named for his 2 grandfathers and 2 uncles. Now, I like carrying on family names and family heritage and all that, and I believe that this one was, that was about as much as they could strap on to one little fellow there, named after both grandfathers and a couple of uncles.
Well, and I need to put a correction in there, Henry.
Okay.
It's not Harry Depp, it's Larry Depp.
Okay, Larry Depp. Okay, all right. Well,
he's some of the kinfolk, and his son, known to all of his cousins here in Glasgow, Bobby Dick, was named for Robert Grinstead and Orrin Richard Depp, and come from long lines of old stock in Barron County, and Bobby Dick also has a nephew who was born in Owensboro that people seem to pay a lot of attention to. He's seen on the big screens in the movie theaters these days.
My goodness. That Depp name goes far and wide, doesn't it?
It does.
And that was a big story right there. So I guess of course, as far as Johnny Depp being from Owensboro, and this fellow was born in Owensboro, so that solidifies that connection, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. Bobby Dick is his uncle.
Okay, gotcha.
They're very much all of the same tribe.
Gotcha. See, I'm glad you see. That's why we have you here, Sam. You can solidify these links for sure. Let's go to 1959. This is in the Republican. This is in today's way of reporting news, this would have been reported a whole lot differently. But here's the way it was reported this day in 1959. Sheriff J.P. Jewell, excuse me, I was choked up there. Sheriff J.P. Jewell was absolved of any charges growing out of the killing of Paul Whitlow, a 42-year-old Negro who was on leave from Western State Hospital, who died of a pistol wound inflicted by Sheriff Jewell after he had resisted arrest and attacked the sheriff as he was attempting to serve a warrant on him on Saturday afternoon. Now, here's what happened. Mr. Whitlow had been on leave since December, but for the past 2 or 3 weeks he had been acting strangely, constantly sharpening his knife and making threats against his family and, quote, everyone in Glasgow, unquote. So his mother prevailed upon a neighbor to obtain the warrant. Now, there's some sadness in that story. First of all, a human being died. It says he was acting strangely or whatever, but the mother has to feel some guilt because she got the warrant, got the neighbor to get the warrant, and then the son wound up being killed. And then the further question of interest is, how do you get a leave from Western State Hospital, Sam? Do you know?
I find that very unusual, and having worked in news, and you will, I believe, agree with this. Stories like that are some of the most difficult things that a news reporter or writer ever has to deal with.
Sure.
And trying to tell the story factually, but with compassion at the same time.
Right.
There's not much good in that story to be found. It's hard to do those things.
And you have to be careful to not embarrass innocent victims when you're writing a story like that, too. But I would think that if you were on leave from Western State and you started acting strangely, that would be an easy way to get the leave revoked. You know, not have to go get a warrant to get all that done.
Right.
Anyway, but that was 1959. 1969, this is a big day right here, and I wish she was here so we could pat her on the back. Mrs. Bonnie H. Goodman, this day in 1969, became the very first Glasgow resident to be employed by R.R. Donnelly. She began her duties as secretary on March the 3rd. You knew Miss Bonnie just like I did. A very nice lady, indeed.
Very nice lady, and her husband, Jack, renowned tennis player, but also businessman and member of the Glasgow Common Council for quite a long time.
Yes, sir.
They did a lot to make Glasgow what it is today.
And I bet a lot of people don't realize that Miss Bonnie was the very first employee hired at R.R. Donnelly. Something to remember in our past. Something to be proud of. They must have, I've always heard folks involved with Donnelly talking about how good the workforce has been over the years. It's kept them here over the years. So if Miss Bonnie was the first one they hired, by getting a good one, they felt good about the whole process.
It was predicting a bright future.
That's right, 1969. 1979, we've got some news about honorary chapter farmer degrees being handed out. Those receiving honorary chapter farmer degrees at Barron County High School's FFA banquet this week. In 1979, Mrs. Janet Witcher, Mr. Darrell Florence, and Mr. Kirk Patton. Three big names, and that was in the FFA banquet. Of course, we got the Hall of Honor banquet coming up here on Saturday night. We've been talking a whole lot about that with Bud Terry, and I hope everybody makes their plans to get up there and enjoy that, Sam. We have a sale in 1989, an advertisement for a sale. It goes as follows. Get an early start on spring wall covering, arriving daily, large selection of borders, 50% off at wallpaper, etc. at 105 Columbia Avenue in Glasgow. 105. The archivist says there's like a smoke store there now at 105 Columbia, but back in 89, a wallpaper store. Get started. Been tied up in the house all winter. Let's get it straightened out. This day in 1999, there was a cleanup week announced for Park City, according to Park City Mayor Gary Madison. Of course, that was ahead of its time because next week we've got countywide cleanup for every community in the city, and we've got that list for you we'll be sharing. But back in 1999, this was cleanup week in Park City. A hustling, bustling place for sure. And finally, Sam, this story 10 years ago, there's probably more to this story. I know there's more to this story, but I don't have it. Perhaps you do. But treacherous roads contributed to several wrecks overnight. And that's the story from this day in 2009. But
I don't know the rest of that story.
That's right. It's a presumption. If there's a wreck in the middle of a night where there's treacherous roads, you can always say the treacherous roads pretty much contributed to the wrecks. But the specifics of that, I don't know. But it's always good to use that as a reminder that we need to be driving carefully regardless of what we think the road conditions are.
because we need to act like they're bad, and then we'll get through them safely. It's a pretty good sort of a way to go about it. That's what I have, Sam. Now, we need to do, before we do this, we got to get another plug right here because I know that the Glasgow Musicale, talking about history, this community has quite a history of loving music and saluting music and celebrating music, and it has a lot to do with the history we have with the Glasgow Musicale. And there's a big event coming up this weekend. Sam, why don't you put an extra plug in there for us, okay?
Sure. The Glasgow Musicale is celebrating its 125th anniversary.
Say that one more time. Your cell phone's swished out. Say it again.
The Glasgow Musicale is celebrating its 125th anniversary this year, and very specifically, they're doing so on Sunday afternoon in the Fellowship Hall, First Christian Church on North Race Street at 2 o'clock. There will be a program that will highlight some of the history. You know, it's hard to put 125 in a few minutes. But it will come, and I think it will be interesting and entertaining. And there will be some of our great local young musicians performing, specifically Chadwick Shockley, Sayard Kelly, Morgan Thomas, and Emma Pack. Nearly all of those young people have benefited from the work of Glasgow Musicale in scholarships to the Stephen Foster Music Camp. So that's just one part of the organization's legacy, but it's free, open to the public, 2 o'clock on Sunday at First Christian Church, Fellowship Hall.
Something to be proud of. And, you know, one of the announcements we have about this is encouraging the ladies to wear a dress of the day 125 years ago, like coming to such an event with gloves on and perhaps hats on, things of that nature. That'll be fascinating. And it'll be fun to see who has some of that stuff they can get to, you know, from dressed in the day, for sure. White glove, passing the white glove test with the Ladies Matinee Musicale. And I hope that you have a chance to get out there, and we're looking forward to hearing much more about the Musicale and the wonderful things that solidify the place we call home, Sam. And I hope you have a good day today, sir, and we'll share some more tomorrow. See how interesting it can be, because it can be for sure. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services presents The Archive.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Check out the great deals at Gilead Auto Group in Glasgow.
Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilead's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to like-new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We work with over 20 lenders to get you the vehicle you need and deserve, no matter your credit situation.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Tasting, 1668 Burkesville Road in Glasgow.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
Hello, I'm Todd Lockett, ag lender with South Central Bank. When I made the choice to join the South Central Bank team, I was blown away by our commitment to customer service and relationship banking. At South Central Bank, we work hard to cultivate trust and respect. The vision of the Bell family has grown from one single location to 29 convenient locations, each equipped to handle any of your needs, from cashing a check to buying your dream home or starting your business or farming operation. I would love the opportunity to gain your business and show you why South Central Bank is filled with people you can count on. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This morning we've got clouds in, a little light rain, some breaks of sun this afternoon. 53, a little west-northwesterly breeze. Overnight tonight we'll clear it out, a little colder, 34. Sunny tomorrow, 57. And then in the upper 20s tomorrow night. Saturday, sunshine in the mid-50s. The next chance of rain starting to get in here on Sunday afternoon. A few showers, highs, lows, 60s. And a chance of rain on Monday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Still some light rain on the radar screen this morning. Nothing that's going to build up or cause much in the way of problem, but it could sprinkle on the head there and mess up your coif if you run out the front door and aren't prepared for the rain to fall. But not much going to happen out there today. It doesn't look like. We're at 45 degrees, and this weather update brought to you by your friends at South Central Bank.
At Hardee's, we change deals forever. Deals used to be a way to get rid of the unpopular stuff. Well, Hardee's thinks deals should sell the best stuff for $2.49, which is why this Hardy value serves up a juicy charbroiled bacon double cheeseburger, our hot ham and cheese, or hand-breaded chicken in our Southern-style tender sandwich, each for only $2.49. One day, historians will look back on this Hardy value as a turning point for deal variety and quality. Historians like to make a big deal out of big deals. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time after regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Are you making big plans for the future? Are you saving money to retire? Do you have any kind of an investment account? Most of us are planning in some way or another for the future. Here's a great thought for you. God is planning our future as well. Jeremiah 29 verse 11, God says, I know the thoughts or plans that I think toward you. The thoughts are plans of peace and not evil, to give you a future and a hope. God's planning a future of hope for us. It's specifically a future of hope for those that know Him, love Him, and obey Him. Instead of investing our time in worry over things we can't control, why not just trust God? There are fewer thoughts that are greater than trusting in God's promises. Do you trust Him? You planning for your future? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Barron County Schools open enrollment is set for Thursday, March 21st from 12 to 6 at each location. Hi, I'm Easton Frazier. As a Trojan, Barron County Schools has helped me begin to unlock my keys to success by building teamwork through sports and other extracurricular activities. Join us and unlock your keys for success by enrolling March 21st. We are BC.
Shout out to Chris Henderson, who's watching on Facebook Live today. Misty Sullivan, Eddie Shirley is tuned in there, as well as a bunch of other folks that I mentioned earlier. But I want to be sure and say good morning to folks, and I want you to be here because we're going to play trivia right now. You could win a delicious pizza from Little Caesars just for putting your smarts on today and displaying it right after this.
We want pretzel crust! We want
Pretzel Crust fans, rejoice because it's back by popular demand. Little Caesars Large Soft Pretzel Crust Pizza featuring a creamy cheddar cheese sauce, pepperoni, and a 4-cheese blend surrounded by a delicious salted soft pretzel crust for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 and only $6 from the home of Pretzel Crust Pizza, Little Caesars.
Pizza.
At participating locations plus tax.
All right, 651-9149-800-956-1023. Call in. Tell me, what 3 categories do Shakespeare's plays fall into? Shakespeare, the great playwright, has plays that are divided in 3 different categories. Can you tell me the 3 categories that Shakespeare's plays are divided into? Yes, all the thespians out there are going to enjoy thinking about this. 651-9149-800-956-1023. Let's go to the phones. Whoops, not that phone because it's busy. Trivia.
Comedy, tragedy, and I can't come up with a third one.
All right, we'll keep working on it. Trivia.
Would that be plays, sonnets, and poems?
No, it's not right. What are the three categories that Shakespeare's plays fall into? Trivia.
Comedy, tragedy, and history.
Okay, that's it. Who's this speaking?
This is Keith Brown.
Keith, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Now, which is your favorite, a comedy, a tragedy, or a history?
I really like the comedy best.
Yeah, well, and this didn't come up because a lot of different folks, probably a lot of research trying to look it up and everything. If you find, some people would argue that there's also the category of romance, that Shakespeare plays have romance as a type of play. But really, those who are genuine, I guess, critics of the situation say that most of the romances are tragedies in the first place. So
yeah, most of Shakespeare's romances were.
That's right. Yeah. You can have romance, but we're going to rip your heart out with a tragedy here. So hang on. And so that's why that the argument to add romance and make it a fourth category has been rejected, at least, Keith. Well, you've done what's required to get a big Little Caesars pizza here today. And
all right.
Which one do you want? You don't have to choose now, but pepperoni or sausage?
Oh, I like it all. So.
Yeah, okay, all right. You'll have to narrow it in a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I will. All
right. Well, I hope you have a good time enjoying your pizza, and thanks for tuning in and telling us about Shakespeare, the three categories that Shakespeare's plays are divided into: comedies, histories, and tragedies. Have a good day, sir. See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. It's Keith Brown. That's right. He wins a pizza from Little Caesars, and that's always a good thing to have coming your way. And we'll play tomorrow. Never know when we will come up with something that will be of interest, that you can chime in here and win from Little Caesars and WCLU.
CBS News update. Did Boeing have undue influence on the FAA to get approval for its 737 MAX jets? Correspondent Chris Van Cleve.
We know that the FBI will be supporting what's been described as a criminal investigation. We also know that the Department of Transportation Inspector General and the House Transportation Committee are also investigating the certification process or the approval process of the 737 MAX.
Aviation consultant Richard Abalafia says it may be premature to assess blame for that process.
The big danger here is that everyone blames the FAA even though there's no investigation findings yet, and most importantly, frankly, the most likely logical thing is that the FAA was merely under-resourced.
After two 737 MAX 8 crashes in less than 5 months, the New York Times reports Boeing once charged for some safety upgrades for its planes. Now will make at least one extra safety feature standard. CBS News Update, I'm Peter King.
The Royce Radio Family, WCLU, 1490 Glasgow. WCLU-FM, 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow, and W276DO, 103.1 Glasgow.
I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Happy Valley Road, Glasgow.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Jared Persley, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting.
Police have arrested a Glasgow man following a pursuit on Monday. The Glasgow Police Department responded to Little Work Acres Trailer Park in reference to a subject beating on a door with a gun. Upon arrival, a male subject had left the scene in a white Chevy Cobalt. Officer Wesley Hicks located a vehicle matching the description on Columbia Avenue, traveling in the middle of the roadway at a high rate of speed. Hicks attempted to stop the vehicle. However, the vehicle failed to stop and reached speeds more than 120 miles per hour. The pursuit ended in Metcalfe County at the Node Road and Seven Springs Church Road intersection, where the vehicle collided with a state right-of-way sign. The driver fled on foot but was later apprehended. Tony Paul Harper, Jr., 26, of Glasgow, was arrested and charged with speeding 26 miles per hour or greater speed limit, reckless driving, disregarding a stop sign, improperly driving on the left side of the road, failure to or improper signal, improper passing, first-degree fleeing or evading police in a motor vehicle, second-degree fleeing or evading police on foot, leaving the scene of an accident, failure to render aid or assistance, first-degree unlawful imprisonment, first-degree wanton endangerment of a police officer, fourth-degree assault, domestic, operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol, drugs, etc., aggravated circumstance, and third-degree criminal mischief. Officer Wesley Hicks made the arrest, assisted by the Kentucky State Police, Barron County Sheriff's Department, and Metcalfe County Sheriff's Department. Warren County authorities are asking for the public's help in locating two subjects after an early morning shooting yesterday. The Warren County Sheriff's Office responded to 944 Whites Chapel Road after a call came in regarding a complaint of shots fired at a residence at approximately 8 yesterday morning. Dispatch was advised by a victim that two black males came to the location and fired possibly 4 gunshots at his residence. Through the investigation, it was discovered that the suspects had fired shots from an unknown make and model firearm, striking the residence. While deputies were en route to the scene, dispatch was advised that the subjects had left the area in a 1999 blue-tan Mercury van. The two suspects should be considered armed and dangerous. If you see these subjects, police advise the public to call local law enforcement and to not approach these subjects. According to this morning's 911 report, an accident with injury occurred at 2:26 yesterday afternoon. The accident occurred in the 10,000th block of New Bowling Green Road. Medevac assisted on the scene along with Barron Metcalfe EMS, Park City Volunteer Fire Department, South Barron Volunteer Fire Department, and Barron County Sheriff's Office. It's 7:13, 45 degrees here at WCLU. We'll be right back for more news.
I was currently with no prosthetic company, and I was just getting my beginner's prosthetic, and it still wasn't comfortable.
That's when Mike met William Bray with Extreme Prosthetics.
I met Mr. Bray at one of my daughter's ball games, and he'd handed me a card, and he seemed very confident and knew what he was talking about, so I decided to go see Mr. Bray just for a consultation, and just in minutes I was more confident in him, full range of motion.
Mike and many others have given great testimonials for William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics at 400 South Broadway in Glasgow, which you can check out online at comfortforamputees.com.
Yeah, I'm a rather large guy, and it takes a special prosthetic to carry my weight. In the first meeting with Mr. Bray, he realized by looking at the material they used to assemble my prosthetic that it wasn't at the weight limit to carry my weight. And had I not went to that consultation, I'd have never known that.
Professional care from someone who wears a prosthetic themselves. William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics.
If you're just not confident with it, I'd say go see Mr. Bray.
Call 629-5347.
BG Tire is way more than just tires, though they are the perfect fit for your new tires using your tax refund. Plus, they're your full-service tire and automotive center. They offer pickup and drop-off service to your home or business to save you time. Alignments, oil changes, and brake work, BG Tire does it all, including emergency roadside assistance 24 hours a day. Put your faith in the company that Bowling Green and Glasgow have trusted for over 4 generations. BG Tire, across from BG Home Furnishings on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
We just got a call here to the WCLU newsroom. There's been an accident on Highway 31 South at the bridge past Lakeside. Motorists should proceed with caution. There are some traffic issues this morning. Out of Raywick, a Kentucky man has been arrested for sexual assaulting a 14-year-old and recording the crime on a cell phone. Charles Spurlock III, 20, was charged with first-degree rape and burglary after authorities seized electronic devices from his home last week. Kentucky State Police and Marion County authorities assisted the Taylor County Sheriff's Office in the arrest. According to a Taylor County Sheriff's Office news release, Spurlock is accused of breaking into a Campbellsville home earlier this year and sexually assaulting the girl. Investigators said he used a cell phone to record the act, the release said. He has pled not guilty to charges of first-degree rape, second-degree burglary, and use of a minor under 16 in a sex performance, according to online court records. Spurlock is also accused of violating terms of his probation after he was convicted in 2018 of sexual misconduct and sodomy in Marion County, court records show. Spurlock is lodged in the Taylor County Detention Center and is being held on a $1 million bond. For the second time in days, a new Kentucky law imposing more restrictions on abortion has been temporarily halted by a federal judge. U.S. District Judge David J. Hell on Wednesday issued an order temporarily blocking a measure to ban abortion for women seeking to end their pregnancies because of the gender, race, or disability of the fetus. Kentucky's Republican Governor Matt Bevin signed the bill Tuesday. Bevin's office did not immediately respond to an email seeking comment. Last week, the judge temporarily blocked another new Kentucky law that would mostly ban abortions in the state once a fetal heartbeat is detected. A fetal heartbeat can be detected as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy. The American Civil Liberties Union sued to block both measures passed by Kentucky's GOP-dominated legislature. Drivers who use the William H. Natcher Parkway in western Kentucky will notice changes as the highway is upgraded to interstate highway standards. Signs have been going up with the familiar red, white, and blue shield designating the route as I-165 between its southern terminus at I-65 and its northern end at the Wendell Ford Expressway, US 60-231 at the Audubon Parkway in Owensboro. Highway crews are replacing the exit signs as the exit numbering system is being changed. Since the southern terminus is the parent interstate I-65 and not Scottsville Road, some 2 miles to the south, the exit and mile markers along I-165 will be lowered accordingly. While the I-65 interchange will become exit 1, south of there the highway will be known as Kentucky 9007, with the Plano Road Kentucky 622 interchange becoming exit 0. This means that the northern end will change from exit 72 to exit 70. Work is expected to be completed sometime this summer. Lifeway Christian Resources is charting a new course in 2019, marking a shift to a digital retail strategy. As part of the transition, Lifeway will close its 170 brick and mortar stores in 2019. The timing of store closings will vary depending on local circumstances. Lifeway expects all brick and mortar stores to close by the end of the year. The number of affected employees was not released Wednesday. In operation since 1891, Lifeway offers a comprehensive selection of Bibles, scripture reference tools, Bible studies, children products, Christian music and movies, gifts, and church supplies. As part of the organization's strategy, Lifeway has introduced a number of digital resources, including online Bible study, worship planning, live streaming of events, and online training opportunities. More information about store closings is available at lifeway.com/store FAQS or contact the call center at 1-800-458-2772. And again, as a reminder, there's been an accident on Highway 31 South at the bridge past Lakeside. Motorists should proceed with caution as there are some traffic issues this morning. It's 7:19, 45 degrees. I'm Brennan Crane.
Let's play a little word association.
Okay.
When I say office supplies, you think of?
Express One Source.
Okay. When I say corrugated boxes for shipping materials and products, you think?
Express One Source.
How about bubble wrap, foam, stretch film, and tape?
Express One Source.
Okay, then janitorial supplies?
Express One Source.
Office furniture.
I know. Express One Source.
We get all this stuff from Express One Source? How did I not know?
Because they have sales representatives who call on us, and they provide just-in-time delivery.
Wow, where do they stock all this stuff?
They have a retail location next to the Glasgow EPB and 250,000 square feet of storage space in 4 local warehouses.
So for all this, we have one source.
Express One Source. Check them out at www.expressonesource.com.
Express One Source. We live up to our name every day. www.expressonesource.com.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry. I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
It's been another great week to be a Scottie. Congratulations to the GHS academic team for a great performance at the KAAC Governor's Cup State Championship this weekend. The team finished in overall 6th place, which is our highest finish to date. The quick recall team, led by seniors Mason Reed, Daniel Dill, and Parker Bannister, finished 3rd overall, while Scout Oliver, Parker Bannister, and Daniel Dill all earned points for the team by finishing in the top 10. Way to go, Scotties! Seniors, 3 big scholarships are due Friday: the Bobby Driver Memorial, the Mary Davis Honors, and the Lee Smith Honors. Also, the Whiteside Memorial Scholarship application arrived today. In addition, the Terry Flatt Memorial Scholarship is now open to any student, not just education majors. Seniors, turn in your yearbook quote to Miss Tao by this week. Any student interested in being a peer buddy for the Special Olympics this year needs to email Mrs. Kossel or Miss Hutchinson by the end of this week. Special Olympics is April 27th at Warren Central High School. Don't miss out on the fun. This has been McKay Bowles for this week's Scottie Report. Shine on, Scotties, and stay true to the blue.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chatzman. Governor Bevin says he intentionally exposed all 9 of his children to chickenpox so they would get the disease and become immune. Bevin made the comment in a radio interview Tuesday, suggesting that the government stay out of mandating vaccines. The Scott County Sheriff's Office has revealed that Deputy Jamie Morales was struck by a law enforcement weapon. Morales was paralyzed after being shot during a standoff at an I-75 rest stop last year. Deputies were assisting federal agents in finding a fugitive from Florida who raised his weapon and aimed it at officers, leading officers to fire their weapons at him. Investigators were unable to determine which law enforcement weapon the round that hit Morales came from. An Anderson County teen pleads guilty to reckless homicide in a crash that killed a teen in 2017.
Every court date, it's like we have to relive that night over and over.
Whitley Wise is the cousin of Sidney Peffer, who was killed after a car driven by Brianna Watson flipped over. Watson, who was 17 at the time, is being recommended for a 5-year sentence. Wise tells WKYT that's not enough.
No amount of jail time, no punishment in the world would bring Sidney back.
Formal sentencing is set for May 21st. I'm Suzanne Duval.
Kentucky head coach John Calipari says he expects that P.J. Washington will play in the first round of the NCAA tournament against Abilene Christian. Coach Cal says Washington sprained his foot Saturday during Kentucky's loss to Tennessee in the SEC tournament.
But we sent him to the specialist to make sure that he can't harm himself. But we expect him to play.
The team's top scorer and rebounder has been in a walking boot since Sunday. I'm Jaleesa Chatzman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I remember as a young girl going to Community Trust Bank with my mom. She would pack us all up and then we'd all go inside. Now I have 2 little girls of my own and I look back and I don't know how she did it. I still bank at Community Trust. They have 79 branch locations, over 100 ATM locations, online banking and mobile banking. They've made it so much easier for me and my family. And that's what I love about Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Have you checked your credit report lately? Don't fall for any scams. Better Business Bureau's President and CEO Rihanna Smith-Hamblin has some tips.
Don't fall for emails that offer free credit reports. Look for grammatical and spelling errors and don't click on any links. It could lead to identity theft. Go straight to the source, annualcreditreport.com, to get your free credit report up to 3 times per year. The site will ask for some personal information. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
It's here, y'all. The cold weather season has made its way around one more time. This is Whitney at Big Meadow Oil, and I'm ready for it. Are you? Be sure to check your tanks often. You never know when we might get one of those crazy Kentucky winter storms. Make sure you have a backup plan for heating. We have kerosene to help keep you warm and toasty. Keep your vehicles at least half full in case you get stuck out in those frigid temperatures. Our diesel, as always, is treated with Power Service diesel additive to help with cold weather starting. Come by our office at 219 Industrial Drive or call 270-651-5212 and let us help you stay warm this winter season. Big Meadow Oil, warming homes since 1981.
Let's turn to local sports. A couple of baseball games yesterday afternoon. It was Bardstown over Hart County, a final of 9-2, and Greene County down Metcalfe County 10-0. The Glasgow baseball team plays its home opener this afternoon at Sam Royce Field against Grayson County. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune will have the broadcast of today's game at 5:25 on WCLU 103.1 FM and 1490 AM and online at playwclu.com. The first pitch set for 5:30 this afternoon. Other baseball action this afternoon, Barron County hosts Ohio County. Allen County Scottsville goes to Metcalfe County, and Hart County welcomes Edmondson County. In softball, Glasgow visits Metcalfe County. Barron County entertains Taylor County. Allen County Scottsville is at home against Logan County. Gavarna plays at Hart County, and Edmondson County hosts Cumberland County. That's a check of sports.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center, brought to you by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board.
You may already know about the EPB's Roundup program, where you can round your electric bill up to the nearest dollar, and that money goes to community relief to help those who are less fortunate pay their electric bill. You can now increase the charitable amount you add to your EPB bill to any amount you choose, $1, $2, $5, $10, or even more. Say your electric bill is $94.14 and you want to round it up by $5. Your bill would actually be $100. To make your change to your EPB bill, contact the Glasgow EPB.
Plenty of cloud cover, but really not much in terms of rain as we head through today. And once we get past today, looks like we won't have rain in the forecast again until maybe Sunday afternoon, as high pressure will settle on in. So all in all, over the next, 5 days or so, that's going to give us probably through Sunday, not too bad. This morning we've got clouds in, a little light rain, some breaks of sun this afternoon. 53, a little west-northwesterly breeze. Overnight tonight we'll clear it out, a little colder, 34. Sunny tomorrow, 57. And then in the upper 20s tomorrow night. Saturday, sunshine in the mid-50s. The next chance of rain starting to get in here on Sunday afternoon. A few showers, highs, lows, 60s. And a chance of rain on Monday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick from the Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
All right, Ray, thanks a lot. Let's look at the current conditions here this morning. First of all, let's see here. We've got the barometric pressure at 30.03, 92% humidity, winds out of the southwest at a couple of miles an hour. And the rainfall, we really haven't kicked off any sort of we haven't really tripped off anything in the rain. It's just been so light. That the radar is showing some light shower activity here in south central Kentucky, but nothing that's going to be lasting very long or adding up to a whole lot. That's just kind of the way that things are shaping up for today. 45 degrees this morning. This WCLU weather update brought to you by your friends located at the Glasgow EPB.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness.
Those are the words of the great 19th century playwright Oscar Wilde, and those words are still true as it relates to where you fill your prescriptions, get fit for medical devices, and purchase gifts for holidays and special occasions. I'm Robert Oliver, pharmacist and owner of the Glasgow Prescription Center in the Southgate Plaza, and I proudly and unapologetically would like to state that there's only one Glasgow Prescription Center. Growing up in this community, I've seen many pharmacists come and go, and being active and serving in our Chamber of Commerce, I can also say proudly that I believe our future is bright. That's why I've invested in having the best facilities and continue to invest in having a staff that represents the quality of service Glasgow Prescription Center has strived for since 1970 and continues to deliver today. So as the decades pass and the landscape of our community changes, you can guarantee there's only one Glasgow Prescription Center, and while we are subject to imitation, you'll never find a duplication of our commitment to you and our hometown.
Thank you, Robert. 7:31, 45 degrees. Jump in here again and remind you one more time about the accident that listeners on the Star 1490 line told us about down on 31 East South there, just past Lakeside at the bridge going into the curve. I know some folks said, well, the site's kind of limited, so if they surely are getting close to getting that cleaned up, but we just want you to be careful down there on 31 East South this morning.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
MLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
If you love auctions, this one's going to be a fun one. Elmore Realty and Auction is selling the building and contents at Mr. Joe's Barbershop on Columbia Avenue in Glasgow. At 10 o'clock Saturday morning, this 2,329 square foot building will be auctioned, featuring a big reception area, 3 barber booths and 4 beauty booths, drying and manicure rooms, dual restrooms, office, rear parking lot, upstairs as an apartment, and also selling storage cabinets, shelves and tables, a Maytag washer, Whirlpool dryer, GE refrigerator, as well as barber's chairs and carts and supplies, hair dryers and wigs, and many other related items. Even a Suntana tanning bed, electronic cash register, wingback chairs, chests, and many items too numerous to mention. For the full brochure and additional information, go online at elmoreauction.com. We'll see you Saturday morning at Mr. Joe's Barbershop, 306 Columbia Avenue, Glasgow. Sold by Elmore Realty and Auction. Dakota Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lining up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
It's big. It's huge. Some would even say it's insane. It's Goodman Automotive's Tax Time Sell-Off event. Prices have been slashed on both new and pre-owned in order to save you big money. Save thousands, literally thousands of dollars on select models in stock, such as select new Silverados up to $10,000 off, select new Titans over $10,000 off. Great savings on other new Chevrolets and Nissans as well. But maybe you don't want new. What about huge savings on pre-owned vehicles, which we have priced to move? Some models as much as $2,000 below Kelley Blue Book fair purchase price, with many other models well below average market price. So come in during this huge tax time sell-off event and stretch your tax dollars further with these big, huge, insane savings. That's Goodman Automotive, corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow, home of the powertrain warranty for life. Things were never better at Goodman.
Great deals, no games. Come home to Goodman.
Let me tell you about the birthdays. I was getting ready to do that, and I wanted to add some more birthdays. So here we go. Let me add let's see here, Matea Garrett Wyatt. That is Matea Garrett Wyatt having a birthday today. Hugh England is celebrating a birthday. Donald Ford, Casey Toms Parker, Landon Hensley is 10. Gina Turner, Jayla Escamilla is 6. That is the wish of Pa and Cece there, Jayla. We've got Caden Richardson turning 9. Terry Murray, we sounded the gong. We rattled her out with a big 60 gong this morning. Michael McGuire with a birthday. Ruth Ann Sexton. Steve Richardson has a birthday. And we have Jerry Mays having a birthday today, too. Nice bunch of folks. 651-914-9800. 956-1023 online. WCLUradio.com. Again, I want to repeat our person of the day. You know, we love getting the submissions of folks who need a pat on the back, and so many folks are so thoughtful, and today is no exception. We've got Michael McGuire, who is good as gold today. Now, Michael is having a birthday today, and looks like his co-workers have written us and nominated him to be good as gold today, and it goes as follows. Michael is one of the most caring persons and co-workers that you could ask for. He is willing to help others in time of need and always a good listener. And that's from his co-workers Sandra, Brian, Matt, and Chuck and Eddie. So congratulations. Looks like you work with some fine folks there, Michael McGuire. And you're good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
We're here with the Shrimp Trio. They're playing a gig at Colton's. Here's fried shrimp.
What's up?
This is grilled lemon pepper shrimp.
Hello, ma'am.
And grilled Del Rio shrimp.
Howdy, partner. How y'all doing?
Get the Shrimp Trio now at Colton's Steakhouse and Grill and enjoy Tangler's rice and a side. Oh, and in case you haven't heard, crab cakes are at Colton's too. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill, serving you in Glasgow, Campbellsville, Radcliffe, and Bardstown. We know what's at stake, and shrimp too.
Those warm weather months are nice, but for some people it doesn't matter what the weather is. They have to go to work. And if that's you, you know how important footwear is to the daily grind. So as Kaylee says, come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out. Happy Valley Road in Glasgow, just down from Houchins Grocery. Look for the Red Wing sign. It's a shoe store designed to give you a personal experience to find the right shoe that fits your feet, your work needs, whether it be steel toe or waterproof. The Albrights are known and trusted for these very reasons. That's the Quick Stop Shoe Store across from Swifties on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out.
Now's the time to experience the beauty of the Stonebrook bedroom suite from Ford's Furniture. The group features a queen-sized arched panel bed, 7-drawer dresser with landscape mirror, and nightstand in an antique gray finish. On sale for only $16.14. Now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow.
Did you know Ford's Furniture offers Power Assist lift chairs? We have a great selection, available in a variety of colors and fabrics, from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
You know, I think we need to go over again one more time about how things next week are going to be going from a cleanup week perspective. Next week, Barron County Cleanup. County trucks, dumpsters, and employees will be at designated drop-off locations 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. It is a free service to all citizens of Barron County. Now, coming up Monday, they're going to be at the old feed mill parking lot at Heisville. Tuesday at Park City and Cave City Fire Departments. Wednesday, East Barron Fire Department. Thursday, the Austin Tracy Fire Department. And the Haywood Fire Department next Thursday, a week from today. And then Friday at the Temple Hill Fairgrounds and the South Barron Fire Department on the Steam Mill Road. Large items that will be accepted include appliances and couches and dressers, mattresses, recliners, and all small items must be bagged or boxed. Items that they can't accept are things like tires and batteries, liquids, paint, oil, and pesticides. So, let's get busy and clean some of this stuff up with the drop-off week coming up next week. We got some tidbit news to share with you, and Bobby Lee Hart's going to join us, too, here shortly.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Persley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Now is the time to experience the beauty of the Stonebrook bedroom suite from Ford's Furniture. The group features a queen-sized arched panel bed, 7-drawer dresser with landscape mirror and nightstand in an antique gray finish. On sale for only $16.14. Now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow.
Did you know Ford's Furniture offers power assist lift chairs? We have a great selection available in a variety of colors and fabrics from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
I'm proud to welcome to the airwaves today a gentleman we all enjoy checking in with. We're talking about Mr. Bobby Lee Hurt, the proprietor of Hurt Auto Sales at 621 West Main Street in Glasgow. Top of the hill, the foot of Standpipe Hill, but still way up the hill there where he's perched to sell you a vehicle today, and he's got lots of them in stock. That inventory is turning over big time, Bobby Lee. Tell us about it. Wait a minute, hold on. I got to turn your mic on. Hold on. Now go ahead.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Henry. We are actually getting in quite a few cars, Henry. The inventory is changing daily.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, we just got in a 2015 Ford Flex. It's got leather, sunroof, third-row seat, got the captain seats in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a super sharp SUV, priced for just $21,900.
My goodness, that's tremendous, Bobby Lee.
Yeah. And it's one of the prettiest cars you'll see. It's red and white.
My goodness. Yeah.
Tinted windows. Hey, it just makes you want to get in it and drive down the road.
Yeah, drive comfortably in it for sure.
That's correct. Also got an 07 Honda CR-V, great gas mileage, and we're going to sell it for just $4,900, Henry. So,
man, you're not talking about a lot of money, but you sound like you're talking about a nice car.
It most certainly is a fine ride.
Mm-hmm.
Sure is. Speaking of fine rides, got an 05 Lexus 4-door sedan. It's an ES330 model. Got low miles, sunroof and leather as well, and we've got it priced to sell for just $5,500.
You know, I think that's so impressive because you know all these ES and LXs and TDs and all that stuff. When it comes to vehicles, you can say what all that means, and you know that's just a man that knows his business.
Hey, a lot of letters, a lot of numbers, Henry, that's for sure.
Gotcha.
Hard to keep up with all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, really hard. Also, Henry, a 2012 Nissan Rogue. It's a local trade, and we got it on sale today for just $7,900. So,
my goodness, Nissan Rogue.
2012.
Yeah.
2012. So come in and check this out. We've got other vehicles. If we haven't got what you want, we'll do our best to find it for you. Okay?
You're good at that, Bobby Lee. And, folks, I think you got a little black book up there. You keep things that people are looking for, and I think that, you know, once people see how smart you are about this business, they'll enjoy coming back to you for more. What's your motto up there, Bobby Lee?
No pain. You trade with Hurt.
And Bobby Lee has agreed to hang around. Special guest on Tidbit News today. You want to go with me, Bobby Lee?
I'm ready to go, Henry, anytime.
Let me play the intro here.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
All right, Tidbit News from around the world, up the street. Tidbit News here today. This story right here, I have read it and debated whether or not to use it and debated whether or not to use it, and it's just nothing but funny, so I'm going to use it, okay?
All right, must be on the edge.
Yeah, it's on the edge, but let me take the edge. I don't want to get you off the edge, okay?
All right.
I'm going to be responsible.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Down in Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham's a big city. It's a big television city.
That's right.
They made an on-air blunder earlier this week. They dubbed the Auburn basketball team as the Sex Tournament winners. That's SEX.
Oh. Oops.
In a screenshot captured by an eagle-eyed viewer on Twitter, CBS 42's Chiron, which is where they type in words on a screen. It says Auburn wins sex tournament. Now,
Oops.
it's the SEC tournament that they won.
Right. Right.
But they put it on there, and in a statement, get this, in a statement yesterday, CBS 42 Vice President and General Manager Jimmy Cromwell told Alabama.com, quote, "If we had a typo on the air, it's being addressed internally," unquote. Following the mistake, social media users were quick to point out that the letters X and C are right next to each other on the QWERTY keyboard. And so what happened is there's one guy that worked there who says the letters are right next to each other, and it was a nightmare. Realized Monday I will gladly, challenge anybody, because the number of times in my 3 years in Auburn that I had typed out the word SEX instead of SEC was too high to count.
I'm sure it created a lot of talk. That's for sure.
Well, on Twitter, a lot of folks just said, "Congratulations to Auburn."
I can imagine that.
Yeah, and then another guy wrote, "Geez, congratulations, Auburn."
That would certainly, especially in today's world, get a lot of attention.
That's right. That was a typo by any stretch of the imagination, but nonetheless, people, it's kind of the eagle eyes caught up with it there.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure it put a different perspective on
That's exactly right. Sports fans are sports fans, I guess.
That's right.
All right, this story number 2. I actually had a graphic of this, but I decided not to use it because it was too bad to use.
Uh-oh.
A Texas homeowner who reported seeing a few snakes under his home actually had dozens of rattlesnakes living beneath his house.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if you had one of these businesses in